friends, welcome or welcome back to Get Ready with America. My name is SJ, and this month I'm getting you ready for next year's elections state by state. This video will be discussing Massachusetts, where there's a gubernatorial race that might be interesting. In looking for inspiration for today's makeup, I learned that Dr. Seuss was born in Massachusetts, so my look is based on Horton the Elephant, a story that is kind of sentimental to me. If you want to watch any other 2022 state preview videos, I'll have my Votemas playlist linked below, where you'll also find links to more info about the elections in Massachusetts. Standard disclaimer, this video was filmed and posted in December 2021. I hope the vast majority of the information I'm sharing will still be relevant whenever you're watching this up to the state's primary date. But we've all seen weird and sudden things happen in campaigns in the last couple years, so something in this video could be outdated at this point. Check the state government links in the description box for the most up-to-date information. Let's get into it. Massachusetts has 9 House districts, all represented by Democrats who are running for re-election. Only one has a primary challenger so far, and the newest member of the delegation, Jake Auchincloss in the 4th district, is trying to ward off challengers by collecting endorsements from sitting state legislators. Overall, that should all be very boring unless a good challenger goes for the 4th. Now, Massachusetts is very much like Maryland, where it's primarily Democratic, but has had a Republican governor and lieutenant governor for the past 2 terms. Also like Maryland, neither of them are running next year. Governor Charlie Baker is eligible to run for a 3rd term since the state doesn't have term limits on the office, but he announced at the beginning of the month that he's not running for re-election. Lieutenant Governor Karen Polito announced at the same time that she would not be seeking re-election or the governor's office. So, another wide open race. As of right now, the top Republican running is Trump-backed former state rep Jeff Deal. The state party has been very good at finding moderate candidates to win statewide office, but they were not ready for Baker to not run again, so there's some scrambling. The Democratic primary will have several good names on it, like Danielle Allen, a prominent political scientist currently at Harvard, and Sonia Chang Diaz, the first Latina elected to the state Senate. But I want to draw attention to the story that U.S. Secretary of Labor Marty Walsh, who stepped down as mayor of Boston to join the Biden administration in March, is apparently considering running, to the point that his staff isn't answering press calls about it. Marty, sir, I understand this is a special opportunity to run your home state now that the very popular incumbent is not running. However, I would argue that right now, you leading the Labor Department during this swell of union activation and fluxing market, helping workers across the entire country bounce back from the past 18 months, is a much better place to make a legacy. Unless it already totally sucks and you're looking for an out, in which case, do what you gotta do for your mental health. You come first.
Hi, editing SJ here. Literally, as I was looking for a new photo, because the photo I was going to use in the video was looking really crappy, I Google Marty Walsh, and what comes up? That's what comes up. What the hell? Whatever. I'm keeping my rant. I like it. I legit wrote this less than 24 hours ago. I have no idea why that didn't pop up less than 24 hours ago. This is why I do my disclaimer.
Lieutenant Governor, Attorney General, Secretary of State, Treasurer, Auditor, and Governor's Council are the other statewide offices that will be on the ballot. The entire state legislature, I'm sorry, I mean the General Court of the Commonwealth, is up for re-election, where Democrats have a strong majority in both houses. As for ballot questions, a question on the employment status of gig workers, similar to the one in California, will be on the ballot. It was funded by Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, and Instacart, and Senator Elizabeth Warren does not like it. Massachusetts' closed primary is on September 20th, and the deadline to register to vote or change your party affiliation is August 31st. Those convicted of a felony can vote upon their release from incarceration. 16 and 17-year-olds can pre-register, and 17-year-olds can vote in the primary if they'll be 18 for the general. Unfortunately, the legislature did not pass an extension to allow no excuse vote by mail, which seems odd for a Dem majority body, so maybe I'll need to replace some of those people this year. There also isn't anything about early in-person voting on their website, which they had for the 2020 presidential primary in the before times. So, I don't know, you might just be voting on the 20th. Massachusetts and Connecticut need to take several tips from Maine. What are y'all doing up there with your voting access? And that's the look. Please be sure to check the description box for the playlist of all my Votemas videos, as well as links to learn more about voting in Massachusetts. I'll be covering all 50 states and DC over the month of December, so stay tuned or check the playlist to learn about your state. Please help the channel, the algorithm, and democracy by liking this video right down there and leaving a comment with your favorite Dr. Seuss story. Subscribe to the channel so the next Votemas video shows up right in your feed. Thanks! I'll see you again soon.